Right, so we're going to be, I'm going to be doing 2 tutorials for you today. So it's going to be a show session. If you've got Canva open and you can follow along, that's great. If not, then hopefully the steps are easy enough for you to remember. The replay is always going to be there for you to follow along with afterwards. So we're going to be making a couple of different videos for any of your social networks, wherever you are most active. It'd be really good to know, actually, if you pop in the chat, which is your most active? Where do you consider your social media home? Where do you spend the most time? Instagram, LinkedIn. Okay, let's see. Instagram and LinkedIn. Okay. That would be super. Let's just check. We've got quite a few people here. Lovely, lovely. Right, another 30 seconds and then we will go. I will share my screen and we'll get started. Moving to TikTok after today. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. Right, let me share my screen then. Let me make sure I'm sharing the right window with you, which should just be my Canva window. There we go. And then I can still see your comments as well at the same time. So do feel free to ask questions as we go through. I will kind of stop after the first tutorial and answer any, and then I'll do the second one, and then I will answer any general ones at the end. I am going to be around a bit as well. I've got the school run to do later, but I'm sure you'll be able to find me somewhere if you've got questions afterwards. Instagram, try harder to be on TikTok. Lovely. Okay, right, let's get started then. So I'm going to go through 2 videos that you can make with Canva today. Now, Canva's always been a brilliant tool, whether you're using a free account or a pro account. There is so much you can do with it. But last year, they added extra video tools to the arsenal. You don't have to be a pro member to have access to everything. You have these video tools that are available in your account. So if I just zoom in a little bit here, you'll see from this blue section up here at the top, you have this video button now, which has video templates, or you can make a blank video from. You can make some videos from the social media templates, and that's where I always used to go. But what we're going to make today is here from a video template. So if I click on that and then just zoom out, you'll be able to see, hopefully, there we go, that you have all these different templates across the bottom. So these are just ready-made sizes for different platforms. And some of them are the same, like video and YouTube video. They're the same size. So they're 1920 pixels wide by 1080 pixels high. But you'll just have some different templates on the left-hand side that Canva gives you, depending on what you choose here. I'm going to go for a square video. Like I say, you can, whichever platform you use, these videos can be used across all of them, and you can obviously tailor it and make it the right size for whichever platform that you're intending to post on. I'm going to go for square. So I'm going to choose Facebook video right here, and we're going to get a blank canvas up. So the whole purpose of every tutorial I do, every video that I teach people to make has a purpose. It's not just because we're told that video is what we need to be doing and we need to be creating more content and it must be video. No, there's no point in wasting a post just because you need to get a post out. Every video has a purpose. So the aim of this one is to get people leaving you comments on this post. And we're going to do that by creating a post that they can screenshot. So it's a bit of fun. It's going to be very tongue-in-cheek. And we're going to be popping like a sentence starter on with loads of different answers, and it's going to scroll around all the different answers, and they screenshot and then they share with you. They either tell you in the comments if you're on Instagram, or if you're on Twitter or Facebook or LinkedIn, they could post a screenshot of their reply and actually show you exactly what they've got. So that's what we're going to be doing. So to start with, we need a sentence starter at the top, and of course you're going to tailor this to whatever your audience responds to. So you know your audience. What is it going to be? Now, most of my audience are small business owners, and they do the tax returns themselves. And so we're going to tailor something towards kind of tax return-ish and the pain of it being something we have to do every year. So I've just added a piece of text onto my canvas here, and I'm going to just replace this with a sentence starter. So it's going to say, I like my tax return to be easy, and I'm going to leave it there. So I'm just going to let's change the font. Let's just make it a fun font. Obviously, you can totally brand this exactly how you want. I'm going to pop this onto 2 lines and make it even bigger, because don't forget, you know, posts and things, they're zoomed down and quite small. The video here seems quite large, but actually when you post it online, it ends up being a lot smaller. So I'm going to make this nice and big. I'm going to put it up here at the top, and I'm going to leave it up there at the top. And I'm then going to just copy that. So selecting this text box, I'm going to go up here at the big bit here. Can I make my screen larger? Let me just see if I can. Let me make that full screen. No, that's just for me. I'm not sure if I can, I'm afraid. I'm going to leave it there rather than just taking up too much time trying to faff around with that. Sorry. I'm going to go up here to the top right. I'll zoom in here while I'm doing this, and I'm going to go up to duplicate up here at the top right. So I have my text box selected, and I've duplicated. I'm going to click duplicate here, and then I've got 2 copies of it. That's just so that I've got the same font and the same size, and I don't have to mess with it again. So now I'm going to end with to be hard, and I'm going to bring that down a bit, and that's the end of my sentence right there. And I've left a gap in the middle because the middle word or phrase is going to be something that completely spins around and changes, and it will be what they screenshot. Okay. And then just at the bottom, I'm going to put a little instruction. So I actually need to tell my audience exactly what to do. And that's going to be screenshot and share what you got. And again, I'm just going to make that larger just by grabbing these corners here. So actually put this as a call to action on the bottom and telling people exactly what to do. Okay, now I'm going to show you down here, because we're on the new Canva video post, right at the bottom of the screen. Let me zoom in here. We have this video timeline along the bottom. So this first page here, it's going to last for 5 seconds. And that's way too long. I want mine to be as short as possible. So what I'm going to do is make this as short as I can. I'm going to reduce the time. And can you see when I hover over the left and right here, I can just grab these called the handles. I can just grab it down, and you're just shortening how long this is going to be on the screen for. So I'm just going to bring it right the way down, and I'm going to make it as short as I can, which is 0.1 seconds. And then it kind of pops out a bit so that you can see it. So that's only going to be on the screen for 0.1 seconds. And it's fine because we're going to have lots of these to make our video a lot longer. So let me zoom back out. Okay. The duplicate button not there. Have you selected on the text? So make sure you selected it on the text, and then it should be up there at the top right. It should be there on Pro or Free. It should be up there. You can also use your keyboard shortcuts. If you're on a Mac, it's Command and C to copy and Command and V to paste. Or if you're on a Windows, it's the Control and C and Control and V. You can do those as well. You don't have to use the Canva duplicate button. So that might be an easier way to do it. Okay, now something else to show you is down at the bottom right here. If I just zoom in on this section right down here, we've got this kind of zoom slider. So at the moment it's saying 76%, and that means from this little graphic here, it's the page. So the preview, this big section at the top, is showing at 76%. And if I pull the slider in and out, you can see it zooms the page. But if I actually go down to this little icon here where it says zoom page and I click on it, We're now going to be zooming the thumbnails, which is this white area here at the bottom of the screen. So as I zoom in and out of it, you can see it's making these a lot bigger to look at. So they're still the same size in length. It's still 0.1 seconds, but it just means that you can actually work with it a bit better instead of it being a really tiny sliver and too thin. Okay, so I'm just going to do a bit of color to this as well. Let's just change the background color of mine here. I'm just going to make it pink just to make it a bit more interesting. And I'm going to add my first option in the middle. So again, I'm just going to copy one of my chunks of text. I'm going to duplicate it here. And the first option is going to be Wordle. Are we all playing Wordle still? We definitely are in this house. I'm going to put this in purple just to make it a little bit different. And I'm going to make it a bit larger as well, because this is the one that's going to stand out. And I'll just pop it here in the middle of my screen. So that's my first option. That's the first word that it could be. Now I'm going to just completely copy this whole screen, so I don't have to make it all again. You just make it once and we're going to copy it. So back down here at the very bottom of our little thumbnail, that's 0.1 seconds. When you hover over it, you get 3 dots. Let me just zoom in so you can see it. There are these 3 dots here. And when you click on that, let me zoom out so we can see, you get some different options of what you can do with that page. And we can duplicate, and you can see you get a keyboard shortcut as well. So it'll be relevant to whichever computer you're using. You can duplicate that page. It'll give you another one exactly the same. Okay. And then all I have to do is change this middle word. Okay. So I'm now going to have, what shall we have? Chocolate. I don't like soft chocolate, so we'll have that one. Any suggestions for things I could put in the middle, then do answer. I'm just going to keep duplicating. I'm going to change this middle word. Let's have workouts. Duplicate again, keep it clean, tongue-in-cheek and all that. It is only 20 to 2 on a Tuesday afternoon. Let's have phone case. As someone who recently dropped and smashed their phone, a hard phone case is absolutely vital. Cheese. Some people just love their hard cheese and not a soft cheese. So again, I'm just duplicating it each time here. We could have did I have biscuits? No, I have biscuits. Lovely. What about crosswords? So I'm just duplicating it. Oh, yeah, boiled egg. Let's have that. Lovely. Boiled eggs. Okay. Super. So you can see that we've now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you can just keep going with these. I am not moving at all. That sentence starter and the sentence ending, they stay the same, because you don't want them to jump around on the screen, which they would do if you were moving them at all. So they stay exactly where they are, and it's just the one bit that you change. Now, it doesn't have to be words. What it could be, I've done one of these with, so you've got a bank holiday weekend coming up. You could have, this will be me this weekend, as just the sentence start at the top, and then loads of different pictures. Canva's got loads of graphic elements. So you could have someone reading a book, you could have someone taking a bath, you could have someone doing some gardening. You know your audience, and you could offer pictures instead of words that go around instead. So you can think a bit more broadly than what I'm doing here, but making it fun for people to take part in. So you could have some really, I did one once with like birthday, my birthday's coming up, or Christmas. What are you going to get for Christmas? And some things were like, a luxury holiday, and then it was the pair of socks. And, it's a really lucky dip as to what you get. And people really love to engage with that, share their answers, and tell you in the comments what they got. And it sparks off conversations with other people in the comments as well. But still, what we've got here, I've got 8 screens. They're all only 0.1 seconds long. When I put them all together, I've got a video that's less than a second long. That is not ideal. We want to make it longer. So the easiest way to do that is to go down here at the bottom right, where it says grid view, and then it will have a number for how many pages that you've got in your design. So I've currently got 8 pages. And when you click on that, you can see them all here on the screen at the same time. So we're simply going to copy all of these and paste them over and over and over so that the video just cycles around them all. So you can either use Command and A or Control and A to select everything like this, or you can just use your mouse and you can just drag it over all of them here. So I've got them all copied. Make sure they're all gone purple. And then up at the top right again, we've got that duplicate option there, and it will tell you how many pages it's going to duplicate. So I've got all of mine being copied now, and I just click copy, copy, copy. And you can see up here at the top right, it's telling you how long your video is. So I've got 4 seconds. I'm going to make it about 10 seconds. Most of the social media platforms automatically rerun your video once it gets to the end anyway, but I just want to compensate for that and make sure that it does run enough so that people see the video, understand what they've got to do, and then can take their screenshot. So I'll do it one more time. Oh, I've reached my maximum of 800 pages. That's perfect. So we've got 9.6 seconds. And now if I click where I went to open grid view, if I press that button again, I can close grid view from there. And now let me just zoom out. You can see that we've got all of those 96 screens at the bottom. So let me just press the play button here, and you can see now how my video will actually look. And so your followers just simply screenshot whatever one they get. There we go, boiled eggs. That's the one that I'm going to share with you. So the key to making this really engaging is knowing your audience and knowing what are they going to respond to as some fun, as some engagement on your post. So when your whole video is done and it's made, you can go up to the top right here where it says share, and they have recently changed this screen here and how it looks. So once you choose share, you've then got right here, the download option is here. So it's just an extra click because you've got some other things you can now do in Canva. So you just click download. And then because we're on one of the video templates, it should automatically say MP4 video. If it's anything else, then just click the drop down and make sure it is an MP4 video. It's going to choose all pages and then just click download. And you've then got that file ready to use and to post wherever is relevant for you. It's a really, really fun one to make, and it's a really, really fun one for your audience to engage with. And when they do engage with you, don't forget to engage back. You know, social is social. Be social and talk back to them. Enjoy it. Just enjoy the engagement. Enjoy people chatting to you and having their conversations on your posts. And this is the kind of thing you can do it once a month. You can change the idea, you can make it seasonal, you can repeat it over and over again. It's just a fun one to create. Okay, so that's the first of our 2 videos today. So let me just close this tab right here, and I'm going to show you the second one that we're going to make. Now we're going to stick here in this video section, and this time I'm going to go for mobile video. So I'm going to make a vertical one this time. Again, you could make this post I'm going to make now any size that you want, but I'm going to make it vertical. So it could go in my stories, it could go on my reels, it could go on my TikTok, anywhere that would take those vertical videos. So I'm going to choose mobile video here, and I get a nice blank vertical template, but again with this timeline down here at the bottom of the screen. Now we're going to go over here to the left hand side to our elements tab over here on the left hand side, and here in elements get my teeth out this morning. If you go down to the bottom, you've got grids right here at the very bottom. We're going to start with a grid. So if I click see all, and then just going to zoom out again, you can use any of these shaped grids for this, but I'm going to go for this one here, which is 1 wide and 3 tall, so that I can fit 3 different things in my video here. Now, I'm going to start off by using photographs, because it's a great way. If you've got photographic content, you can turn it into video content through Canva. So I don't have any photos prepared for this, so I'm going to use some of Canva's stock photos right here. And I'm going to search from their photos tab on the left-hand side. I'm going to search for London, and I'm going to make a video showing off some of the gorgeous spots in London here on this template. So I'm simply going to click to add photos, and I can just drop them into whichever one of the grids I want to put them in. So let's pop that one here in the middle. Let's have the London Eye as well. We'll pop that up here at the top. And then what should we have? We've got the tower. There we are. Well, let's have the House of Parliament down here at the bottom. So I've simply got 3 photos, and again, you can just upload your own photo content. If you've got photos of products, if you've got photos of an event that you went to, you can add them into this template in exactly the same way. But currently, there's no movement to it. It's 5 seconds long, but if I just play it, it's just 3 photos sitting there not doing anything. So this is where Canva's animations come in. And we have this animate option up here at the top where it says, can you see that up there? It just says animate, and then it's telling us the current length of our video. So we're going to click on animate right here. And we've got here page animations, but as we slide down, there is a category here that's called photo movement. And if I hover over any of these, you'll see that on that first one here, photo flow, it simply just brings the pictures in one at a time. So it leads the eye down your photos. So you're telling a story through these 3 photos. We've got photo rise, which almost does the opposite from bottom to top. We've got photo zoom, which brings in a nice kind of zoom movement here. So choosing one of these can be a really lovely way to add some movement into your video. So if I just choose photo flow, you can see it brings those in here, and our video is still 5 seconds long. And again, you can make it longer. So from this thumbnail down here at the bottom, you can just pull this slider out. So we could make it 10 seconds long. And let me just zoom back out. And now when I click, or let me just zoom that back in the top there. If I play this now, it takes the pictures a lot longer to come in because it's using the full 10 seconds of the video instead of just the 5 seconds that it had before. So you can adjust the timings, how quickly or slowly those photos actually move in and out here. You don't actually have to have 3 photos. If I got rid of this middle picture here, so I'm just going to click this one of the bridge here in the middle, and I'm going to change this. Instead of it just being this grid template here, I'm going to click on the colors up here at the top and just make it white. I could then add some text. So you could just have the 2 photos and you could have some text here. And we could say, lovely London. Again, I could make it larger. So you can completely control what is shown here. And again, if I just press play now, that's going to be the top one, and then the bottom one comes in. Or we could completely remove the fact that they're photos and we could add some video in. So again, on the left-hand side, there is a videos tab here in Canva. And if you click on videos, depending on whether you have a free or a pro account, there are always some videos for you to use. But obviously pro accounts will have more options. So if I just search for London here, then we've got some videos of London instead. So I could replace that one on the top with a video, and let's do the same for the bottom one as well. What should we have? Let's stick with the Houses of Parliament, but a video instead. Now when I play it here, we've got videos that are coming in, and I've still got a photo animation, so they're playing both at the same time now, but the top one was introduced before the bottom one. And then one final thing you could do with this as well is you could add some music. Canva has a whole music library for you. Now, if you don't see audio on the left-hand side in your tabs, then you just need to go all the way down to the bottom. And the one at the very bottom corner says more down there. And when you click on more, then you should see audio is then there. Can you just see it there at the top? Audio is there, because it depends how many tabs you've got open at the same time, and I've always got loads open. It sometimes knocks my audio tab off. So when you click on audio, you've then got all of Canva's audio, and again, there are free tracks, there are pro tracks, they're all there for you to use, but you can click the play button to listen to any of them, and if you're happy with it, you can just click the title of it and it will add it, can you see, as a purple line underneath your video. So it's actually you adding some music at the same time. Or if you've got your own audio track that you want to use, or even if you do a voice recording and you upload that to Canva as well, you could record your voice over the top of it too. Some platforms like Instagram Reels, you can add the audio natively within Reels, and the same with TikTok. But for others, it might be helpful for you to actually add the audio here within Canva itself, and then you've got the audio actually as part of the file. And then, as in exactly the same way as we had before, you just click share at the top and then you choose download, and it should already be on MP4, but if it's not, just make sure it's MP4 and then just click download to have that file right there on your computer. Right, I am very aware that we are coming to the end of our time, so I'm just going to stop sharing right there. Hopefully that's given you a little taste of some of the things you can do with Canva's video tools. My TikTok now has 25-part series of loads of different ideas that are things that you can do with Canva video. So do feel free to have a peruse of my channel over there. It's at Videos Undifficulted. And I will be around for a bit of this afternoon as well, kind of between the school run, to answer any other questions that you've got. Don't let Canva scare you. It's a really great tool, and I hope to see some of you using it in the future. Thank you for coming along to my session today.